This is Parsons Mountain Recreation Area. This is their campground. We're gonna be going in right here. And there's hiking trails down here that go for 20 miles, 30 miles maybe worth of horse trails that are down here. And it is kind of in the middle of nowhere. This is called the Long Branch area in Upper South Carolina, outside of Abbeville, South Carolina. And this is a pretty cool campground. We're gonna drive in right now and show you there's a lake in there and campground and some trails. Let's go in. Yeah. All right, this is a beautiful drive in here. And the campground's really remote. It's not like ones you'll find on the lakes up here in South Carolina, Upper South Carolina, like Hartwell and Keowee and Russell. They all have pretty developed campgrounds. This is a little bit more remote. What's cool about this one is they have a small lake. It's for fishing. People do swim in it. It's not exactly as clean as the normal lakes, or I should say the bigger lakes up here. But it is connected. The horse trails come through this campground. So there's like 3 different ways you could branch out of here, and you could walk for days and days and days if you wanted to. Of course, you're not going to do that because you're camping. But it is a fun little campground if you don't want to be like on a lake. This is a really nice one for the area. So this is a long drive in, so we're going to pause it until we get in there. All right, here's where we're starting to get in again. It's only another half mile down. There's supposedly the camp host right there, but there is nobody. So, oh, big speed bump. Hey! So camping down that way, and if you go straight, this is kind of just a little loop, and this is where the lake is. So we'll start with the loop in the lake. I'll just kind of drive in. I got some speed bumps. I'm just gonna, it's probably like a couple city blocks up to the lake, so I'll just pause it till then. So we just came in from that way right there, and they got like a parking area here. It's pretty nice. Truly you heading to the restroom. And there's the lake. It's, you know, probably no motorized vehicles on this lake is what I'm assuming. And got some picnic tables over here. And that's a brand new toilet right there. It's pit toilet, but it's brand new and it's pretty nice. There's a shelter here. Got some picnic tables all the way along the shoreline here and over here on the point. So I'll just show you this here. So you can see where we're at. The red star is where we're at, basically. And you pause and read that if you want. You can pause and read all these. Ha, Civil War enactment there. Reenactment. There's some more here. We're actually on our way to Edgefield, the last one you just saw there. Edgefield, we're going to be doing a video on that. It's done, I just haven't posted it yet, but this is a birthplace of like 10 governors. I thought it was more, but I guess it's 10 different governors were here. And, oh, that's cool. Look at that guy. Woohoo! That John Deere. That's a nice one. Wish I had one of those. I just mowed this morning and I had to walk it. We have about 1.5 acres, and so the area that I end up mowing, oh, this is kind of cool. This looks like it might be set up to hang out and watch maybe a band play down here or something from up here. It's kind of neat. I had to mow at least as much as this area you're looking at right here this morning with a mower. I have an electric mower. You can check our channel for that. It's a Ryobi electric mower, and I managed to get that much done in one charge, which is pretty good because it wasn't too long. There you go. Abbeville County. So it looks like we got someone doing some kayaking down here. And they got a bench set up for fishing. This is kind of cool. We're going to take you over to that dam here in a little while. We have another really short video already up on our channel from like a year or a year ago on that. But there's a picnic table for short people. I got a feeling that's just filled in over the years, but it's kind of cool. Let's jump down here to the water. So this is the official swimming area right here too. And as you can see, it's not a huge lake, but the water's pretty clean today. We've been here before and it wasn't very clean at all. So that's why I kind of said, I don't know about swimming in this lake. And when you don't have a lake that has like a regular heavy stream running through it or a river running through it, it can get a little stagnant and you can get chiggers and stuff like that. Or is it jiggers? Chiggers or jiggers? And you don't want that, but this is pretty nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little drive. We're gonna go over to that dam right there, and then we're gonna go check out the campground. I didn't see the other side of the sign that I showed you a minute ago, so here you go. Kind of picking some cotton there. You got the this trail that I was telling you about that goes off of this park right here. It goes up to that lookout tower. One of the trails does. That's pretty neat. You got the old photos. And then you can go ahead and pause and read this right here. There you go. Let's go check out that dam. There's a little bit of the road that goes around to the dam here. Like I said, this is just a beautiful park, and it's pretty well maintained. In the winter, when they kind of close it off, you could still walk in and go hiking the trails and hang out in here, but it's not maintained, so it gets a little bit rough. But you can see by the mowing equipment back there that they're working on it. I guess they're getting ready for the 4th of July. So here's another little area. Like we were just over there on the other side there. A picnic area here. It's not as good for swimming. Got another speed bump here. Oh, sorry about that. But people are swimming over there. They can keep that nice and clean over there, and they got that little wall built and that sandy bottom, so it's pretty nice. So let's drive over this baby and check it out. So yeah, no gasoline motors on this lake. You could probably have electric trolling motors. I'm sure they have a speed limit. But here's a little boat ramp that they got. And that's where we were a couple seconds ago. And this is cool because it's a, oh, look at this guy. He's just hanging out. You got a guy fishing here and his beautiful dog. But this is what they call an overflow dam. There's no gates or anything like that. So if the water gets high, it keeps the lake at constant level. And I know there's one big stream that comes into this lake, not two that I know of, but there's the big one stream, and that's why you have a constant, just even flow coming out of here. But you know, I've been up to that stream. If you go to the other end, the hiking trail goes across it, and it's really cool because they built like this really long peninsula along the, you can kind of see it right there. It's like a really long peninsula, and it's all covered with shrubs because not a lot of people walk that trail. So it's really kind of like a maze trying to find your way through it. But it didn't seem like this much water, as it's what's flowing out here, was flowing in up there, at least when we were there. Look at that guy. He is getting some cooling down going on over there. Let's go take a look at this other side here. You can see the spillway on the way out. So you got to kind of set up, and on a heavy rain, this might get flowing pretty heavy duty. And this is, once again, this is the Long Branch area of Upper South Carolina. I know there's a lot of Civil War stuff going on up here. But if you look down in this water too, you can see all those little pylons, and that's to break it up. And just in case something's flowing through, it gets caught there. But that's cool. So right up there is where the road kind of cuts up into the woods, and that's where the campground is. So we're going to go up to the campground now and kind of just do a drive-through on that, and you can check that out too. So we're just driving out from the dam, and this is where you go up into the camping area here. Camping. So we came in that way over there, and then we went the opposite way we're coming. So we're going to jump ahead a little here, and then we'll just kind of show you some of the campground. It's just one big loop. There's not multiple loops, so it's pretty simple. Well, I'll just keep it going because here's some of the campsites right here. These are all tent sites right along here, I do believe. Actually, that's big enough for a These are kind of big enough for campers if you wanted, but they've all got the flat area at the end of the road for you to be able to put a tent on it. So you can see along here there's multiple spots. See the flat area right there? That is where you'd pull up to that, and then you could set your tents up on that. And they usually put like a soft sand down inside that that square there, so it's like comfortable underneath your tent instead of this hard bumpy ground with roots and stuff like that. They do a pretty good job. Here's another brand new pit toilet. You can see that they got men and women, but I'm not sure if they have showers here. This is more remote. You could probably bring in certain sizes of camp. Look at this cool. Slow down, please. That is a cool setup. Look at that. He's got it up on top. Can keep bugs out and control on that. That's the road you come in on down there. Here's another guy. The guy that was fishing back there told me he was camping, and says if he catches a big enough fish, he'll eat it, but otherwise he's just doing catch and release. There's a good example. Slow down, please. There's a good example of how you set your tent up on the sandy square there. So that's pretty cool. And then you got a picnic table down below, and you got a fire ring right. Let me back it out so I can point it for you there, right there. So there you go. Got some people hiking up ahead of us. So guys, that's it. This is Parsons Mountain Sumter Forest Campground. It's Parsons Lake Campground. And you can look it up. It's in the Long Branch area just outside of Abbeville, South Carolina. Hope you dig the video, and if you like our videos, please hit that subscribe, that like, and feel free to share it. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.